Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for checking out this video here on Show Style and Spirit. I am Ebony, and I want to talk about Melody Shari Rogers and this upcoming TV show that is sparking interest from several different networks, major networks. I just know that this will be manifested and a major network will pick up her new show. Now, before we get into the details, I ask that you please hit the like button on this video and please subscribe to the channel. And everything that I'm saying in this video is alleged and just my opinion. So shout out to the YouTuber Hannah Grace. I love her channel. I love her energy. I saw where she did a video on this posing the question, was Melody Shari producing a new reality TV show? And I read the Essence article and I watched the trailer. I thought that it was so creative, especially as someone who's been watching reality TV since I was about 9 years old with The Real World when it first started. To find out about a reality TV show about, Black daycare owners in Atlanta, I thought that was very niche, very unique. So it doesn't surprise me that Melody Shari is involved because she is such a smart woman. Well, now this show has hit the Jasmine brand. You all know it's one of my favorite blogs right on Instagram. They are reporting about the child care cartel. So let's get into it. So the Jasmine brand, they are reporting on Wednesday, July 23rd of this week, childcare mogul and executive producer of the childcare cartel, Miss Sherri J. White, hosted the Cartel Code Live. And if you follow Melody Shari on Instagram, she did post about the event. She posted when it was sold out, and she posted some visuals of the event which she hosted. It looked amazing, an amazing venue. I loved all of the soft colors. You can tell that Melody and the cast, they color coordinated. They looked beautiful, and I thought the women in the trailer looked beautiful. And let's continue on. So the Cartel Code Live, it was an invitation only networking and watch party for the child care cartel. It is a new series that pulls back the curtain behind Atlanta's elite daycare community, and it's sparking major network interest. Congratulations, Melody. This lavish affair, held at Modex Studio in Atlanta, was moderated by award-winning producer, actress, and business mogul Melody Shari Rogers. The entire cast was in attendance. Sherri J. White, Janiyah Burke, Keisha Star Archer, and Sydney Jordan, along with celebrity guests such as award-winning producer and business mogul Melody Shari. Also, the producer and creator of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Princess Banton Lofters. If you ever caught an episode or two of Bold and Bougie, I watched like the first two episodes. Princess was featured on Bold and Bougie. And typically the face of the Housewives franchise is Andy Cohen, but Princess Banton Lofters, she is the creator of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Also, restaurateur and philanthropist Ebony Austin was in attendance. And in the Black Network CMO, Chanel Nicole Scott, and childcare mogul Sarah Morton, among others. And there's a little bit more information. Hosted by the Childcare Cartel creator Sherri J. White, the immersive evening delivered raw insight into the mindset, strategy, and unspoken rules of building a thriving childcare business. And I'm thankful for this information because when Melody was promoting it on her Instagram, when I saw Childcare Cartel, I instantly thought that it was more of a seminar for mothers. I thought it was more so for women to talk about their experiences with the childcare centers where they take their kids. And I did think to myself, oh, I don't have any kids, but that sounds great for women to be able to vent and talk about, their typical experiences. I did not realize that it was a watch party, invitation only, to promote the childcare cartel and to get it picked up by a major network. So I was really appreciative of Hannah Grace's video and the Essence article, which I'm going to show you all. And we're going to look at a trailer for the Child Care Cartel. And also, it says in the copy on the Jasmine brand that there were game-changing panel conversations with industry guest speakers moderated by Melody Shari, along with the entire cast of the Child Care Cartel, and they created an unforgettable atmosphere. I do feel like an amazing thing about Melody is that if she's involved, you know it's going to have some adult, thought-provoking conversation, and you know that it's going to be a top-tier event. The Child Care Cartel series explores 4 charismatic, headstrong businesswomen, Sherri J. White, Janiyah Burke, Keisha Starr Archer, and Sydney Jordan. Child care moguls and rising hopefuls who are determined to win as they hustle to build empires built by babies, budgets, and bold decisions, with a goal to dominate the competitive childcare industry and secure generational wealth. And shout out to the writer of this story. Great job. So here are some more photos. This is Sherri J. White. I can already tell she is a smart woman, an entrepreneur, and beautiful. And here's the lovely Melody Shari, looking gorgeous as ever. And here is another group photo. I believe the lady who's in the all black next to Melody, that is Princess Lofton, who created the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And here's another photo, gorgeous. So now let's go ahead. I read this Essence article the day that I checked out Hannah Grace's video. Again, go to her YouTube channel and check out her video as well. And I'm gonna Google this article because I don't want to lose the audio from StreamYard. StreamYard acts a little weird when you select another tab to share. So I want to make sure that you all can see it. Perfect. Okay. So we all know about the Child Care Cartel, how it talks about the Black child care centers in Atlanta. We've taken a look at the photos of the cast. So I want to head straight into the cartel. So let's scroll on down. Here they are. They love to wear the pastels. It looks so beautiful on Black women. They are so gorgeous. And it talks about Sherri J. White's journey to entrepreneurship. She actually became a mother at 14. I did read that in this article. I remember thinking, wow, and she's an entrepreneur. So that's how she ended up in childcare, because she would have to work to be able to afford childcare for the baby. So she ended up working in childcare. And she ended up opening multiple locations. Gorgeous young lady. So now we're going to get down to the trailer. I know that I read a lot with the Jasmine brand article, so that's why I wanted to get into the video. So I wonder, did I pass that up, or was that like an advertisement? Let me see. I think that is just an ad. I think the video is all the way at the bottom here. Yep, here we are. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit play.
Child care is 90% hustle, 10% skill.
Welcome to death row.
This ain't babysitting. This is real life, real money, and real pressure. I'm Sherri J. White, Commander-in-Chief of the Child Care Cartel.
Renovated it totally, did everything. And as soon as I finished it, it got vandalized.
Every day is something new. You never get a break. Even when you're off, you're on.
This gonna need all new plumbing, electrical, everything.
Everything.
$250,000?
It's a very lucrative business, but it's challenging.
So how are you going to get acclimated with the new dynamics of this area?
Oh, child.
We already in the neighborhood. We're already Black. Do we want to be given ghetto too? I would not consider myself God, but definitely like one step right below him.
So does your mom work with you at the daycare center?
The front door is locked.
You know, she likes to do drive-bys. You know, pop in, hey girl.
I want to get on my knee. I want to marry you.
I want you to sign like a prenup.
Prenup?
Yeah.
We're not asking for 50% of the business, 40% of the business, or anything like that. We're just saying maybe, year one, maybe 5%.
But
it's not a family business. It's Miss Archer's business.
At the end of the day, this is business. We were looking for a building in Hapeville. We bought the building.
We got work to do. We're going to knock all this stuff out.
Okay.
The zoning in that area change meant that we had to get approval in order to do a daycare center.
Will definitely be an asset to the community.
Any questions to the council?
I will finally know if I just wasted damn near $1 million on a building. I'm scared. I really am.
So I have decided to open a daycare.
Janiyah is my only child, so through her, my legacy continues to live.
It's no fun, no games, this serious.
I do feel pressured. It's a life-changing decision.
I do plan on closing down this location. I don't have nothing else to give this location. I really, really don't.
If we don't see our worth, the parents don't see our worth.
Are you ready to start a daycare business?
I already done put in my dues. It's time for you to do yours.
As I've been doing for the past 9 years?
No, we both been doing it for the last 9 years.
I don't know who you running game on, but it's not me. How was you gonna be at work by 10:30?
I ain't company.
Everybody know that you were never on schedule.
Every building start in, she owns.
All right. The child care cartel isn't your average ensemble.
When we pull up,
it's a legacy.
What you gonna do about it?
And we're just getting started.
Hurts. Let me massage it. Let me wipe your face, okay?
Okay, so it was taking StreamYard a few seconds to unmute my mic. All right, so I thought that trailer was really good. I was really impressed. Kudos to Tilted Crowns Productions, owned by Melody Shari and Dawn Michelle. I thought that that was a great trailer. It showed them in romantic relationships. And I love to see a Black woman owns her own business. She tells the man, I want you to sign a prenup. Absolutely. And we see with family, Janiyah is ready to open up her own daycare and she's getting grilled. Are you truly ready? We're going to see Sherri J announce that she has to close down a location. That definitely happens in business, right? If you're an employee, a W-2 worker, you may be on the opposite end of that where you're impacted. You may have to go to another location or another position within the company. But we're going to also see it from the entrepreneur, the business owner's perspective. And so I think that it is very unique. I think that that's very smart and definitely what the reality TV space needs. So I cannot wait to find out which network will pick up the Child Care Cartel. Will it be BET, WeTV, or OWN? You never know. I'm so excited. I cannot wait to hear more about it. So now that we've watched the trailer, there is this article with Essence, and I wanted to read through it a little bit. So reality TV has explored housewives, hustlers, and high society, but it's never stepped into the daycare trenches quite like this. As the creator, executive producer, and star of the upcoming series, The Child Care Cartel, Sherri J is pulling back the curtain on Atlanta's thriving daycare community, sharing what it means to build generational wealth and dominate an industry, all while nurturing the next generation. I think that it's great, especially for people of color, to promote entrepreneurship because it's really tough when you are a person of color and a woman working in corporate America. People are just obsessed with the Black woman's hair, her voluptuous curves, where we went to college, how many degrees we got. They're either hating on you or trying to push up on you. It can be a very exhausting experience. So if you can think of an industry that you feel like you would thrive in as an entrepreneur, it could be something to delve into. So I like that this is being explored and in reality TV form, which lots of people do enjoy watching. And Sherri says, this is not a soft life. It's not cuddly. It's not cute. This is a real business when it comes to childcare. And again, her journey to entrepreneurship started when she became a mom at just 14. So she actually had to figure out how to provide for her daughter at such a very young age, being a kid. So she soon began working in childcare. And over the years, through immensely hard work, one daycare business turned into 3. And she said she had to go into grind mode so early that she got a head start at it. And sometimes that as successful as Sherri J. White is, that can make you look back and wonder if everything, was meant to be. She was meant to be a young teen mother because she was meant to work in childcare, because she was meant to own multiple childcare centers. That was her ultimate purpose. So all of those things had to happen, from the conception of the baby, being actually active at the age of 13, to having that baby, to working in childcare. It was all meant to be. So that's what's amazing. Now, when you're in the thick of how do I provide for my kid at 14, I'm sure you may not be using words like amazing, but to look back on that journey is amazing, in my opinion. Traditionally, a cartel is defined as a group that comes together to dominate an industry. That's exactly what we're doing in the best possible way, Sherri J. White says, citing similarities like the cash-based nature of the businesses and the need to guard against infiltration. Cartel was honestly the only name I could think of that would explain the grit behind this industry. And there's an ad for All the Queen's Men returning on BET. I believe the new season is out. Her success in childcare did not come without hard lessons. Respect was not easily earned. So I want to talk about that. Did you notice in the trailer where it looked like there was going to be a collaboration with another company that was owned by men, and those 2 men were sitting there saying, oh, well, we don't want 40% or 30% ownership, just like 5%. So they want to tap into the profits of a childcare, because I'm sure those brothers got kids, right? So they know how much it is to pay people to take care of your children while you're working. So then they wanted to get in on that lady's profits. But the young lady sitting next to her said, oh, no, this is not a family business. So I'm guessing the young lady who was in the hijab, who said this is not a family business, she must have been related to those gentlemen that were trying to get 5% ownership. She said, this is Miss Archer's business. So I'm sure these women have to fight against sexism a lot. Her success in childcare didn't come without hard lessons. She said being only 23 and opening up her very first childcare center, being Black and young, and I add to that female, she said that no one took her seriously. So she said that taught her she had to earn her respect 100%. And that is probably in all industries, whether you are the entrepreneur or the W-2 employee. And with her 3 successful daycare centers in Atlanta, Sherri J. White is now expanding her vision from personal success to cultural impact. Her new series, which premieres with a private watch party on July 23rd, offers an inside look at the hustle behind the city's booming childcare industry through the lens of 4 women: White, her daughter Janiyah Burke, and fellow entrepreneurs Keisha Star Archer and Sydney Jordan. So the beautiful chocolate sister with the locks, that is Keisha Star Archer. And Sherri's daughter is Janiyah, who wants to open up her own childcare center. And Sherri J. White says childcare is generational, explaining how the working dynamic between her and her heir is common in an industry where mothers often pass their business down to their daughters. That's part of the story we're telling because this is so many Black women's story. We show our real trials and things we go through, but following in my footsteps and choosing the childcare life is something she decided. I didn't force it on her. Speaking of her daughter, Janiyah. Each woman on the child care cartel reflects a different facet of ambition, experience, and personality in the child care world. So the article goes on. They talk to another one of the young ladies, Sydney Jordan. They say that she has bold energy and a spicy tongue. And they talk about Keisha Star Archer. So it's and Janiyah. So it's a very detailed article. If you just Google Essence Childcare Cartel, this should pop right on up. They're so beautiful. That was another thing I noticed. Their photos, I'm like, I love how they color coordinate the pastels, the soft yellow, the butter, the lavender, the teal, the coral, and then in this picture is matched up with denim. I absolutely love it. I wonder, is that the color theme at the child care centers where it is in pastels as well? But this is oh so exciting. And I'm so happy for Melody Shari, as well as all of the ladies who are a part of the child care cartel. So what do you think about this show? Which network can you see it on? And what well wishes do you have for the ladies of the child care cartel? And congratulations to Melody. Definitely drop those in the comments. I thank you all so much for checking out this video. Please hit the like button on this video and please subscribe to the channel. Happy Friday, everyone. I hope you've had a fantastic Friday. I cannot complain. I'm ready to go see the Fantastic Four. I was like checking out the blogs, and the Neighborhood Talk showed a movie critic who said that it was pretty good. So I think I'm gonna go see it now. And right now. So I will talk with you all soon. Bye.